What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Before I get into day 8 of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I just want to take a quick moment to say, if you haven't seen the review for my perspective of the game after 7 days of gameplay, I strongly suggest it. It's really good for a new player, gives you an honest look at what the game is like after just a small amount of time playing, the pros, some of the cons of it, and what you can expect if you decide to pick up the game as well. If you just want to take a trip down memory lane, it's also really good as well. It can show you how perhaps the early game has changed if you've been playing for the long term, so please consider checking it out. Also, if you wouldn't mind, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Really just trying to see if we can get to 10 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. But that's enough of that. Day number 8. Not a great deal has happened today. It's actually been a fairly comfortable little gain in power. So as you'll see, a lot of my top rows now are pushing 4 and 5 stars. It's been a really good trek going through and collecting these guys and getting them a lot stronger. There hasn't been too much of a push up in the overall power level, but you will notice that we've finally unlocked mods over here on the right. Now, mods are these little tokens that you can put into your gear and they'll give you certain things. So if you look on the right hand side at the bottom half of the screen, you'll see that this one gives a 1.25 defense, and also has a set bonus of 2 if I can fill that bonus up. I haven't done that yet. I haven't really looked too much into it. It gives a description of all the set bonuses, which is really, really nice. And you can see there's all these substats that will give you other defensives or, buffs as well. So if you have a look here, plus 29 offense, that's a flat stat. Obviously, you want to go for the percentages. Maybe it might not seem beneficial now, but like at level cap, the percentages I feel like would be more preferable over than the flat stats, except for if it's like any other game, like Raid Shadow Legends or something like that, it would be speed that you were looking for. So flat stats of speed, fine. Everything else should be like a percentage base, unless there's something specific, which I don't know about. I haven't touched these yet, and there is a reason. These are like really low tier basic level mods. So if you have a look here, the dots are almost like their own star power. If you have a look at some of the ones with more dots at the top of them, you can see that they're a lot better off. So this is a 0.63% increase to health. If I try and find another one here that's got 1 for health, don't know if I have one, we'll just have a look. Is that one health? Yeah, so I should have known that by the symbol. But anyway, it's only a 0.13 because it's a 1 star or a 1 dot. Whereas this one here is a 2. Oh, it's not that one, sorry. It's this one. Is a, 5 dot. So you can see the defensive bonus plus, the health bonus, I apologize, is much better. So using 1.1s, I don't really think it's really worth the time. I'm pretty sure most people who have played this game for a long time would agree with that. So it's not something I'm going to do right now. What I am trying to do is I'm going to start working towards earning some better mods. So if we go over here, Mod Battle has unlocked, obviously, and we can start to work our way through this. I don't think I'm going to put anything on these ones. I'm going to try and probably get to here or as far as I can along the top, and just unlock as much as I can to try and get the best that I can get at the time. And then I would start to increase the capacity of my characters by adding those mods. You'll notice too that the possible enemies, they're purple framed enemies, meaning that their gear is purple. All of my characters still are in blue or below. I don't have any any purple tiered sets. That's still a work in progress, unfortunately. So you can see some of the characters have taken those strides towards that purple gear set, but the vast majority of my characters haven't. That's not a bad thing because it means that I can still grow these characters. There's still room to move. And obviously, once they start hitting purple, they will handle the mod battles a lot better. At the moment, what I have been doing is, I will go into one so I can show you what it is. I've been going in with a high level character, usually on the side. That way, of course, I've got a little bit of backup. The best thing is, of course, is having those high levels means that even if you're lacking a little bit, they will just carry you through. Mod battles are a little bit longer also. These are 5-round battles rather than just 3. So you do have to be aware that there is 2 more rounds where you could potentially be knocked out. The Phoenix squad isn't really phased by it too much because they have a lot of defensives, and Zeb is able to stun, so it's not the end of the world. And plus, as I said before, like with a really powerful character sitting on the sideline as a guest, it makes it easy work. But as you can see, we're getting through it pretty easily. Everything else apart from that, I don't really think there's anything else in terms of character unlocks. There's nothing that sort of rings a bell right away. We'll have a look again in just a moment. In terms of ship unlocks, we just unlocked the Y-Wing, so that's cool. Still can't use it, so it's sort of just sitting there at the moment. It's not, again, not a big deal, something to look forward to, but I would have liked to maybe have them a little bit earlier, but we're still 10 levels off. There is a benefit still. I mentioned it in the review, and I think I also mentioned this in day number 7, is that the game is throwing a lot of quests to try and get me to inch a little bit higher and higher. So it is really, really good in that respect, because it means that that quick progression lets me get to new content to be able to unlock more things and keep playing the game. It does mean you'll have a longer time commitment, but at the same time too, it also means that you can start working on other things as well. So if your time is, say, limited and you sit there and go, I don't really want to have to sit down and play for like an hour a day or something like that, I just want to have a couple of fights, you can pick and choose your content a little bit more. So that's always good. As you can see here, we just finished that fight. The last round is only one character, and it's usually that purple level character. So we got the mods. Again, 1 and 2 dot mods, nothing too special, not crazy. So I should be able to keep pushing through these, and I will be over the next 24 hours. So that way I can sort of see what I can get and how far I can push this. Once I start to get some better mods, I will start to put them on my characters. Be aware also that every single time you take a mod off, you got to pay with credits to remove it. So while you might put a couple of mods on and that will be okay, you really want to try and find the best mods that you can at the time that will last a little bit longer. That way you're not constantly having to pay credits to replace them. So if we have a look just quickly to see if there was any other character gains, I don't think there was. Oh, actually, Boba Fett was new. He came along today, so that was really cool. I haven't even bothered to look at him yet. I'm really just stuck with the characters I have at the top. Some people might say, hey, it's worth like leveling these guys up now, and I would like to listen to that, but at the time being, I'm going to say no, only because my resources are fairly limited. So if I give you an example, as you can see here, I don't even have some of the basic resources to get her from tier 2 to 3. It's not really worth my time. And these resources here are going to be a little bit more valuable as we get higher and higher in levels. The other thing too is if I go back to characters, I shouldn't have gone back to the home screen, but anyway, go back to the characters and I click on Kanan to get him from level 52 to 53. It's costing me 50,000 credits and quite a few of these tokens to be able to get him to level up. We're only just over halfway through to 85, so we still have a lot of work to do. These things are going to become really valuable as we get closer and closer to that level, so I'm really hesitant to spend them just on things that may be better at some point rather than now. I think staying well within what you can do now is the benefit for this game. I think it's going to help you in the long run. If there was anyone else, no. Oh, actually, we did get this guy as well, IG86. He came free in one of the Bronzium packs, so that was a nice little addition to the team. And that's it. Everything else is basically what you've seen already. So we are finally getting a little bit closer to Stormtrooper though, so that is exciting. I'm hoping that by tomorrow I'll have Stormtrooper and I'll be able to remove, I think it's the TIE Fighter pilot, if I check that out. It is the TIE Fighter pilot. and we can't use that one to view. We actually have to use Tarkin. If we go here, yeah, so I'm just going to get rid of that fighter pilot and put Stormtrooper in there. One final thing, I think that was really cool that I managed to get as well. It's one tier away. We are one fight away from getting Emperor Palpatine. One fight. Because the next one, if you have a look at his shards down here, he's got 100 out of 145. The next one gives 45 shards, and that will unlock Emperor Palpatine. If we have a look at his team, I'm working towards Stormtrooper, and then Emperor Palpatine can go into there as well, and we can work with a full team. If I can get him in the next couple of days, I'm going to work on that team so hard for a little bit while I just bring them back up to speed. But there is a lot of chances to get that. I'll go and have a quick look and see what we need. So he's tier 1, like he's a beginning one. We only need one more character to hit that 5-star rank, and that is Chopper. I think we're going to have to put a little bit more time in and maybe gear up these characters a little bit more, because they are quite underpowered. In saying that though, if you have a look here, like we managed to get this one done and those characters weren't all that strong, so they have managed to win a little bit easier. So I think it is perhaps possible, but we need, first of all, we can't even do this one because we need 5 of the heroes at level 5 stars. Don't have that yet. But I think once Chopper gets to that point, I might even just try and see if I can do it and manage to force my way through it. That's what I did with the last one. It worked really well. But as you can see, very, very close. And then after that, there's only 2 more to go. This one, miles off, and this one even further off. Kanan is not doing too badly. Like, he will definitely be my first 7-star character. But to get the rest of them up, as you can see, we still have quite a bit of work to do in terms of their collection. Probably get him to Ezra to 6 stars over the next day or so, which will be really good. But the other ones, I've still got to get him to 5 stars. We've still got a bit of work to do. So that is what it is. And yeah, I think that's just about it. Once again, if you like this video, please consider giving it a like. Leave a comment. I'm happy to have a chat with anyone who comes around. If you haven't had a chance to have a look at that review, check it out. I think I've got some really good things to say if you're on the fence as whether or not you should start this game. So give it a look. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.